Hey, good morning. This is Al with Ginnin Cotton. Just wanted to get back with you. We've gone through several things in the ginning process. We started off with doing the modules in the field, how it's turned in, how it's picked up, how we charge. Then the last bit we went through the module feeder, where we put the round modules and the large regular size modules that come out of a module builder. So when you drive past a cotton gin, and if you've seen this, it looks like a really, really large building, and we call that large building and the machinery in it a cotton gin. One of the things that we are in error about is there's actually only one machine. Sometimes, we're going to have multiples of this one machine called the gin stand. The gin stand is where the actual ginning takes place. The ginning definition is where, this is a elementary lame version, but as far as, or layman's version, but it's basically where the lint is removed from the seed to be able to make the lint, or the seed is removed from the lint, making the lint able to be used in the textile mill or in the textile making process. The seed is then sent somewhere else. But I don't want to talk about the gin stand today. I wanted to talk about all the rest of the stuff that when you drive by, you say there's a cotton gin. What the rest of the stuff is, so we come out of the module feeder and we move into an airline, and we have to prep this cotton. Sometimes the cotton comes in wet, sometimes it comes in extremely dirty, full of sand, sometimes it comes in with lots of burrs, sometimes it comes in with burr extracted where there's minimal burrs, and then we get picked, which has very little to no burrs in it. So some of these processes that we do prior to the gin stand are altered by which machines we run through. In my gin at Pumpkin Center, I have it set up where I can pretty much bypass any saw gin or any machine in my building. That way it keeps me from over processing things that don't need to have that certain machine run on them. If I run a machine, so say I run a stick machine or a rescuer, which is a saw type machine that operates on centrifugal force. That centrifugal force will grab that lint like cat claws, and it's going to grab that lint and it's going to sling the cotton around, and all the heavy stuff is going to hit knives, and those knives are going to allow that, it's not going to cut it, but it's going to allow those heavies to hit and bounce off, and therefore the cotton stays on that cat claw, if you will. We call them channel saws. When it comes around, and then we have a brush that's moving faster, and these cat claws are backwards, so say they're like this, and you have a brush that's moving faster than this saw is, and it grabs that lint and it knocks it off. So say, for example, when you come into my gin and we leave the module feeder, we're going to drop down into what we call a steady flow, which is basically just a large holding vat for the cotton. That cotton's going to go through that, it's going to come up, and we're going to start drying it. So drying on cotton does two things. It's going to allow us, it's going to prep that cotton to get it at a standard moisture that we can try to maintain that standard moisture through the plant to optimally clean that cotton prior to it getting to the gin stand. Also, what happens with the heat, I have about 15 million BTU of heat in my little gin, which is a lot. When we crank these burners off, it sounds like we are cranking up a jet engine. The heat also acts to cotton like a blow dryer does to curly hair. If we add the right amount of heat, that cotton fiber is going to be kind of wadded up because it sits in that burr. If we add the optimum amount of heat, that fiber will lengthen itself and straighten itself out, thus making it easier to clean. So if there's a bunch of trash balled up in this bowl of cotton and we're running it through there as hard and as fast as we can, we don't hit it with heat, we are probably not getting the best cleaning out of that cotton. Okay? But if we hit it with heat, we can straighten those fibers out, and just like shaking them out, it's going to aid us in cleaning this cotton along with the aggressiveness of the machinery we want to run it through. If that cotton fiber is standing out on its end, then we're allowing that stuff to release, almost like holding a peanut in your fist or having your fingers out. you're going to drop it. We're going to try to drop as much sand, dirt, trash as we can, leaf trash, out of that cotton as we can. So we're going to come steady flow into what I call a combo separator, or what is called, generally called in the industry. And that separator is going to do two things. It's going to remove the air off of that cotton, and it's going to allow that cotton to hit cylinders. And these cylinders are going to, it'll kind of remind you a little bit of an old style washing machine, you know, where you're scraping it on a scrub board, except ours has holes. They have grids underneath there, like your fingers across, you know, your fingers open, and it's going to rake that cotton across there, and it's going to aggressively beat it across these bars, and the loose stuff's going to fall out. It's going to fall into the belly of that, of which we pick that up with air, we shoot it outside, get it out of the gin, get it away from the cotton. Next machine we're going to go to is another dryer, another burner. We have jet dryers in my gin. So we blow it in there and we dry this cotton some more, and then we go to the next machine, which is the same as the first, same as a combo separator, except it's on an incline, and we call it an incline cleaner, but all it is multiple cylinders grabbing that cotton and it's rolling it up to the top to be able to separate from the air. We drop it into a stick machine or a rescuer, which is what we talked about earlier. It's a machine with cylinders that have these cat claw type saws on them, and they grab that cotton and go through the process that we talked about, those channel saws. From there we go to another incline cleaner, we drop into another stick machine, and your pre-cleaning is done. So from that spot, when that pre-cleaning is done and finished, we've removed as many burrs. Well, that's not quite true. Let's throw in one more. We have one more machine, so we hit a distributor conveyor, which does exactly what it says. It is a distributor conveyor. So it's a conveyor that distributes, it's a big auger, and it distributes these over the gin stands, like we were talking about, where the seed and the lint are removed from each other. On top of these, we have in my gin what I call a 700 feeder. It's made by Lummus, and it is a combination of an incline cleaner with a stick machine sitting under it, just a mini version of it. So we can run it one more time up that incline cleaner. It hits a little mini stick machine and throws off whatever excess burrs and trash that we have not gotten out in these larger machines coming into the gin. So from there, we are ready to take this cotton to a state that is able to be made into fiber, or a fiber that is usable to a textile mill. Some of the things we get into, the way the seasons go, the things we have to plan on or be ready to handle are static electricity, just like you get in your hair or on your clothes. You know, especially in West Texas, we experience a lot of static electricity. And so we can overcome that with a little bit of moisture. If it gets extremely, extremely bad, we use lime. We can put lime in the air lines, and that lime will stop that static electricity in those lines, therefore allowing the cotton to free flow through the gin. I have seen multiple times where the cotton is in an exposed state and it starts coming down, and there's so much static electricity, it'll just stop. That static electricity grabs that cotton and it'll stop in its free flow. So gravity is not stronger than the static electricity hold. What happens then? You still have cotton coming down, and it backs up and it gets inside that machine and it chokes it up. And you've got a good 20 to 30 minutes of unchoking that machine, which is basically getting all the cotton that's been bogged down inside of that machine. That's the pre-cleaning process of a cotton gin. Some gins have different machinery. It's going to be a standard setup. You're going to have some form of a #1 pull fan or a suction fan bringing two machines that go inside the gin, and you'll have multiple fans pulling on each machine to bring that cotton through pneumatically to bring it into the gin and through the gin. So I'm going to stop there. That's a lot of stuff. If you have some questions, call me. We have gone back to the Milwaukee grease gun. We have had overwhelming response from the man that won this last grease gun. So that meant that other farmers might enjoy using it. Other farmers might be able to incorporate this into their process. So with that being said, my little sister is a published author. She wrote this book. It's called It's Not About Being Fireproof. I am also giving away a signed copy of this book to whoever wins the Milwaukee Grease Gun. So, thank y'all for following us. Thank you for sticking with us. Let's see who wins. Let's see. Okay, I got it. I'm excited to tell this man about it. Anyhow, once again, if you ginned cotton with Pumpkin Center Gin last year, your name has gone into the pot. And we will be drawing monthly. There will be monthly drawings for products that we use around the gin, or things that we use in our daily lives that we consider good products, and we'd like to pass them on to you. Thank you for ginning cotton with Pumpkin Center. Thank you for listening to us. Thanks for being a part of Pumpkin Center and our podcast, Ginnin Cotton. Have a good day.